Have you ever encountered a moment when someone's words or actions pierced your sense of dignity, leaving a bitter aftertaste of disrespect? Perhaps it was a dismissive comment at work, an unkind word from someone close, or an intentional slight designed to provoke. Such moments sting not just because of the act itself, but because they challenge the very essence of our composure and self-respect. They tempt us to react impulsively, often pulling us away from the values we hold dear. But what if there was a way to navigate these encounters with grace and wisdom? What if, instead of reacting in anger or retreating in defeat, you could transform these experiences into opportunities for growth and self-mastery? This is where the ancient philosophy of Stoicism steps in, a timeless guide to weathering life's storms with resilience and strength. Rooted in the teachings of philosophers like Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca, Stoicism invites us to view life's challenges, including disrespect, as a chance to cultivate virtue and inner peace. It teaches us that while we cannot control the actions of others, we have absolute power over how we choose to respond. In these moments of choice lies the foundation of our character and the opportunity to rise above the fray. Today, we will explore 5 profound strategies drawn from Stoic philosophy to help you handle disrespect with the poise of a sage. By the end of this journey, you will be better equipped to protect your peace and emerge stronger, wiser, and more aligned with your highest self. Prepare to delve into the art of rising above disrespect, a skill transforming life's sharpest challenges into stepping stones toward personal growth. Let's begin. 1. Pause and don't react. Disrespect strikes like a spark on dry wood, sudden, sharp, and incendiary. It can ignite a chain reaction of emotions, overwhelming us with anger, hurt, or resentment. In these moments, our instinct is to retaliate, to defend our pride, prove a point, or restore the balance of respect. Yet, this immediate reaction, while tempting, often does more harm than good. It feeds the chaos we wish to avoid and grants undue power to the offender. Here is where the wisdom of Stoicism offers a profound lesson. Pause. The Stoic masters teach us that the accurate measure of strength is not how swiftly we retaliate, but how deliberately we respond. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You don't have to turn this into something. It doesn't have to upset you." A powerful truth lies in this simple yet transformative statement. A space exists between the stimulus of disrespect and our response to it. It is in this space that our freedom resides, the freedom to choose patience over impulsiveness, understanding over hostility, and calm over chaos. Pausing in the face of disrespect is not about ignoring the offense or suppressing our emotions. It is about reclaiming control over ourselves. Imagine your mind as a grand citadel fortified against external invasions. An insult is but a small stone thrown at its walls. If you fling open the gates in a fit of anger, you invite discord to rush in. But if you pause, breathe, and observe, you preserve the sanctity of your inner fortress. With clarity and intention, you decide whether the situation merits your energy or is better left to fade like a passing shadow. This act of pausing creates a moment of detachment, a chance to step back and view the situation through the lens of reason. Ask yourself, why did this person say or do this? Is their disrespect truly a reflection of me, or is it a mirror of their struggles? Often, people lash out because of their insecurities, frustrations, or unresolved pain. Understanding this doesn't excuse their behavior, but shifts the power dynamic. It reminds you that their actions are not a testament to your worth, but their state of being. This may be as simple as taking a deep, deliberate breath before speaking. That single breath bridges impulse and intention, transforming a reactive moment into a reflective one. As Epictetus reminds us, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. By choosing to pause, you protect your peace, preserve your dignity, and respond in a way that aligns with your highest self. The next time you face disrespect, let the power of the pause guide you. It is not a sign of weakness but a testament to your strength, a quiet yet profound declaration that you control your inner world, no matter the storms raging outside. In mastering this practice, you move closer to embodying the unshakable resilience of the Stoics. 2. Change your perspective. Disrespect can feel deeply personal, as though it's an attack aimed directly at the core of who you are. The sting of another's harsh words or dismissive actions can linger, replaying in your mind and tempting you to question your worth or role in the situation. Yet, with its timeless wisdom, Stoicism teaches us that disrespect often has little to do with the recipient and everything to do with the one delivering it. This shift in perspective is not merely philosophical, it is profoundly liberating. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. When someone disrespects you, their behavior is less a reflection of your value and more a projection of their internal struggles. Perhaps they are weighed down by insecurity, overwhelmed by frustration, or grappling with pain that you cannot see. No matter how sharp, their disrespect is like a shadow cast across your path, a fleeting distortion of light that neither touches nor defines you. Changing your perspective means stepping back from the emotional immediacy of the moment and examining it with reason. Ask yourself, is this truly about me? Most often, the answer is no. By depersonalizing the offense, you can detach from the instinctive urge to defend yourself. Instead, you can observe the situation as a momentary expression of someone else's inner turbulence. This is not about excusing bad behavior, but freeing yourself from the unnecessary weight of taking it to heart. The Stoic approach invites curiosity over condemnation. Imagine for a moment what struggles the other person might be enduring. Could their harsh words stem from stress, insecurity, or unresolved conflict? While you may never know the answer, this exercise shifts your focus away from anger and understanding. It transforms a moment of potential resentment into an opportunity for empathy, even as you maintain firm boundaries against ongoing disrespect. By changing your perspective, you reclaim your power. You move from reacting emotionally to responding intentionally. Remember that your worth is not determined by another's inability to see it. Instead of internalizing their negativity, you can let it pass like a wave crashing harmlessly against a rock. Marcus Aurelius beautifully captures this idea by saying, "If someone can show me that what I think or do is not right, I will happily change, for I seek the truth, which never harmed anyone." Even in the sting of harsh delivery, there may be a sliver of truth to reflect on and grow from. But if there isn't, let the insult dissipate as a shadow in the sun. Each time you see disrespect as a reflection of the offender rather than yourself, you fortify your inner peace. You become less reactive and more grounded in the understanding that their words do not dictate your value. This perspective is a shield and a tool for growth, allowing you to face life's challenges with the clarity and strength of a Stoic. 3. Hold on to your values. Disrespect tempts us to abandon who we are. When provoked, the desire to retaliate or prove ourselves often feels irresistible. We may be tempted to mirror the offender's behavior, meeting insult with insult, anger with anger, or bitterness with bitterness. Yet, as Stoicism teaches, succumbing to such impulses only pulls us further from the person we aspire to be. The actual test of character is not how we respond when things are easy, but how we hold fast to our principles in the face of adversity. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." This profound insight is a call to rise above the fray, to act in a way that reflects our inner strength rather than the weaknesses of those who provoke us. When we hold on to our values, integrity, patience, kindness, we reaffirm who we are, not for the sake of others, but for our peace and self-respect. Consider your values as the roots of a mighty tree. anchoring you against the storms of disrespect. When someone challenges your dignity, these values keep you steady. They act as a compass, guiding your responses not toward vengeance, but toward deliberate action aligned with your character. Reacting impulsively, on the other hand, is like cutting those roots. It leaves you vulnerable to the winds of external chaos. Holding on to your values does not mean tolerating disrespect or passively accepting mistreatment. It means responding in a way that is deliberate and purposeful. For example, if someone undermines you publicly, you might feel the urge to retaliate. But by pausing and grounding yourself in your values, perhaps professionalism or respect, you can choose a calm and composed response. Addressing the situation thoughtfully preserves your dignity and demonstrates your strength to others, including the offender. The difficulty lies in consistency. Reacting with anger is far easier than remaining composed, but Stoicism reminds us that true strength comes from mastering oneself, not others. Ask yourself, will I be proud of this response tomorrow? Often, the answer to anger or prideful retaliation is no. On the other hand, acting with integrity reinforces your self-respect and builds a legacy of character. To practice this, take time to reflect on your core values. What traits do you most admire in yourself? What kind of person do you aspire to be? When confronted with disrespect, consider which response aligns with those values. If you value patience, allow them to escalate it. If you value honesty, calmly articulate your boundaries. If kindness is your guide, extend understanding to the offender without excusing their behavior. Each time you act by your values, you strengthen them. You cultivate resilience and demonstrate to yourself that your inner peace is not dependent on external factors or the behavior of others. As Marcus Aurelius observed, what stands in the way becomes the way. Disrespect is not an obstacle, but an opportunity to deepen your commitment to the person you are becoming. You maintain control over your actions, strength, and dignity by holding on to your values. You rise above the moment, proving to yourself and the world that your character is unshakable, no matter how others behave. In this lies the true power of the Stoic approach, mastery of self in the face of life's challenges. 4. Let go of the need for validation. At the core of disrespect lies its power to make us feel small, unseen, or new. It strikes a new chord because, as humans, validation from others affirms our worth. This need for approval, while deeply ingrained, can become a source of vulnerability. Stoicism challenges us to untangle our sense of value from the opinions of others, offering a path to genuine self-reliance and freedom. Epictetus wisely reminds us, if you wish to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. These words highlight a profound truth. The judgments of others are fleeting, shaped by their own biases, misunderstandings, or struggles. When we tether our self-worth to these external perceptions, we hand over control of our inner peace. The result is a life lived in reaction, chasing praise, avoiding criticism, and fearing the sting. To let go of the need for validation is not to withdraw from society or ignore constructive feedback. Instead, to build a foundation of self-worth dependent on external approval. Imagine your value as a diamond. Its brilliance and strength are inherent, unaffected by the recognition or ignorance of those who view it. Similarly, your worth is not diminished by the insults of others, nor elevated by their praise. It exists intrinsically, letting your character, actions, and values. When someone disrespects you, the sting often arises instead of being understood or respected. In return, craving gives their words undue power over your emotions. Instead, ask yourself, does their opinion truly matter? Is this someone whose judgment aligns with my values? More often than not, the answer reveals that their disrespect is irrelevant to your personal growth. Letting go of validation does not mean apathy. It means clarity. It means distinguishing between feedback that aids your development and opinions that serve no purpose to distract or demean. Genuine criticism, even if poorly delivered, can be a valuable tool for growth. But malice, ignorance, or jealousy have no place in shaping your self-perception. Rejecting the need for validation from such sources frees you to focus on your authentic path. Practicing this requires reflection. Begin by identifying the qualities that you admire in yourself: resilience, kindness, integrity, or perseverance. These are the pillars of your worth, unaffected by the fleeting judgments of others. Affirm these traits to yourself daily, especially when disrespect tempts you to doubt your value. Doing so creates an unshakable sense of self that no insult can erode. Marcus Aurelius eloquently said, "People try to get away from it all, but you always have the option of retreating into yourself. This retreat is not an escape, but a return to the strength within, a reminder that your value is not up for debate. You reclaim your power when you let go of the need for validation. Disatomes lessen attack on your identity and more create self-mastery. Each time you detach from the opinions of others, you strengthen your inner resilience. You remind yourself that your worth is not determined by how others see you, but by how you choose to live. In this, the Stoic path offers liberation, not from the presence of disrespect, but from its power to define you. 5. Forgive and release. Disrespect has a way of lodging itself in the mind, replaying repeatedly like a melody you can't escape. The sharpness of an insult or the sting of an unkind act can linger long after the moment, leaving behind a residue of anger, bitterness, or even self-doubt. But as Stoicism teaches, holding on to resentment only chains you to the offense, giving it more power than it deserves. True freedom lies in the ability to forgive, not for the offender's sake, but for the liberation of your soul. Seneca wrote, "To be angry is to punish oneself for the faults of others." This wisdom reminds us that anger and resentment do not harm those of us. Instead, they weigh us down, consuming energy that could be directed toward growth, peace, and joy. In the Stoic sense, forgiveness is not about excusing harmful behavior, pretending it didn't happen. It's about refusing to allow some offense for the sake of your emotional state of anger. Imagine carrying a heavy stone everywhere you go, a burden that slows your steps and saps your strength. Each grudge and each unresolved anger is another stone in your hands. Forgiveness is the act of setting those stones down. It's not about forgetting the harm done, but about releasing the emotional grip it holds over you. This release clears the space no longer, allowing healing, understanding, and inner tranquility. This does not mean allowing further disrespect or ignoring the need for boundaries. Forgiveness often coexists with the decision to protect yourself. Forgiving someone while removing their access to your life is possible if their behavior continues to harm you. Forgo releasing a declaration of your strength to rise above the chaos others may try to bring into your life. When someone disrespects you, reflect on what you're holding on to and whether it truly serves you. Ask yourself, am I keeping this anger because it's helping me grow, or is it simply a weight I've grown accustomed to carrying? You'll often find that resentment only keeps you trapped in the offense. Releasing it allows you to move forward unburdened. Visualize the act of forgiveness as letting go of a rope in a tug of war. So long as you hold tight, the tension persists, pulling you into a battle of wills. But when you let go, the conflict ends, not because you've conceded, but because you've chosen to step away. Forgiveness is how you reclaim and redirect your energy toward what truly matters. As you practice forgiveness, remember that it is not a one-time decision unburdened. If you let go of anger, you strengthen your ability to navigate life with grace and resilience. Seneca's wisdom, "What progress have I made? I have begun to be a friend to myself," encapsulates the essence of forgiveness. It is an act of self-compassion, a gift you give to your spirit. In forehand re-edition, ing your inner energetic stone for growth. You regain control over your emotions, reaffirm your commitment to inner peace, and protect your energy from being consumed by past hurts. The path of forgiveness may not be easy, but it leads to a life of freedom, resilience, and self-mastery, the hallmarks of a Stoic strength. Conclusion: disrespect, while inevitable, need not dictate the course of your emotions or actions. It is not the insult that holds power, but how we respond to it. Through the timeless wisdom of Stoicism, we are reminded that the challenges we face, be it sharp words or unkind actions, are opportunities to grow stronger, refine our character, and live with unwavering dignity. By pausing before you react, shifting your perspective, holding firmly to your values, releasing the need for external validation, and embracing forgiveness, you transform disrespect to Tito and Twinto into operator top tours. 2. Each encounter becomes a test of your resilience and a step closer to the unshakable inner peace that Stoic philosophy beautifully champions. As Marcus Aurelius said, the impediment to action advances action, stands in the way becomes the way. The very moments that test us are the ones that forge us. Disrespect does not diminish your worth. It offers you a chance to rise above, to choose strength over weakness, calm over chaos, and growth over grievance. Suppose this message resonates with you, and you're seeking more tools to navigate life's challenges with wisdom and clarity. In that case, we invite you to join us on this journey of self-mastery and philosophical exploration. Subscribe to the channel, tap the notification bell, and be part of a community dedicated to becoming the best versions of ourselves. Let us walk this path together, drawing strength from the Stoic principles that have stood the test of time. Thank you for watching and cultivating to cultivate wisdom and resilience in your life. Stay grounded, stay empowered, and remember, the power to rise above is always within your grasp. We'll see you in the following video.